Katie Bing, and today we are going to be talking about frequently asked questions about hedgehogs, and I'm going to be answering them. So I'm really excited for this video because these are the most common questions and the most popular questions that I get under my hedgehog videos. So I thought I should just do a whole video answering all of those, and this is also going to be things you should know before getting a hedgehog, because I think these are things that you should know before getting one, obviously. Okay, so before we get into the video, I really quick just want to ask, I was thinking on my channel, I'm going to be doing 3 videos a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the goal. It could be a day off. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to commit to it because this isn't my full-time job, so I just try to get videos up as I can. But my question for you is, would you rather have 3 different videos every single week or 3 themed videos? What I mean by that is like 3 hedgehog videos one week and the next week like 3 pit bull videos, or the next week I want to know if you want a theme to it or if you don't want a theme to it. What would you guys like more? And I kind of am torn between that, so let me know down in the comments below what you guys would like. Okay, now getting into the video. What kind of hedgehogs are the best as pets? Okay, so pretty much what everyone owns if they're in America are African pygmy hedgehogs. These are the only ones that are pets or should be pets. So yeah, African pygmy hedgehogs, that's just, if you look it up, that's going to be what you'll see. The next one is, do hedgehogs make good pets? And I really don't like questions like this because I feel like people are always like, is this animal expensive? Is this animal a good pet? It's all really subjective. It depends what you want in a pet. So if you want a pet that will probably be up most of the night and you won't see too often, African pygmy hedgehogs are amazing pets. If you want a pet that you'll have to put work and time and energy into in order to get the payoff of having a bond, then they're a great pet. If you want a pet that you can just give some food and water every single day to and only have to socialize for about 30 minutes a day, they're a great pet. I think they're a pretty low maintenance pet because I clean their cage out once a week, clean their wheel off and just feed them and water them every morning. For me, they're a really low maintenance, amazing pet. But if you want a pet that you can play with all day long and that's going to be super rambunctious and have a lot of personality, they're probably not the best pet, especially if you're younger, because they do take a lot of time, they're harder to socialize. So it just depends. It's subjective as to what you're looking for in a pet. Do hedgehogs require a vet? I get this a lot. Yes, they do. They require a vet if something goes wrong, and I always say it's really good to get a yearly checkup at least for them. So yes, they require a vet. What you should do before you get a hedgehog is make sure there's an exotic vet near you, because a lot of people, I feel like, will get hedgehogs and then be like, crap, I can't just take them to the regular vet. So it's always nice to know if there's an exotic vet near you or which one you're going to be using in case something goes wrong before your checkup is due. What do hedgehogs eat is another question I get a lot. So what they eat is a high quality cat food. Hedgehog food people were really excited about, but it came out and wasn't the best food ever. I actually use a mix of hedgehog food and cat food. So I use a high quality cat food and the Spikes Delight hedgehog food, which I find mixing them, I get the best nutrients in a variety. And then also insects, they really like insects, they're omnivores, and then veggies occasionally, and fruits occasionally. So people ask how big their enclosure should be. I think 40 gallons is a good minimum. You can get a 40-gallon breeder or just figure out what works for you. There's a lot of different cage types that we could make a video on that, but we're not going to get too in-depth because there's a lot of questions in this video. So I actually have an 80-gallon. It gives my hedgehog a lot of room. It's bigger. I would say make sure you know your hedgehog's personality. Mine likes to run, so I liked having the bigger cage, but you also want to having like little hides and stuff so they don't get too overwhelmed with that amount of space. It's just pretty much knowing your hedgehog. People always tell me and say, is YouTube enough research? I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos. I would say honestly, do as much research as you can. Get books, go online, whatever you feel comfortable with, but don't just listen to one person because every single person has different ways, and pet care is a very subjective thing. So you want to make sure that you're getting as much information as you can so that you have enough information to decide what you think is right. She just pooped on me. She pooped on me, I'm back. People always ask me if it's necessary to take their hedgehog's weight, and I say yes, because you want to be able to notice any slight changes and just make sure you're aware of anything that's going on. So your eye can't tell you as much as like a scale can and numbers can. So what I would say is just keep track, just once a week put them on a scale so you can figure out what's going on and determine any changes in your hedgehog. So my least favorite things about hedgehogs is their short lifespan and that they're susceptible to a lot of diseases, hereditary diseases. So like wobbly hedgehog syndrome, a lot of different things they can get. So it's kind of scary and sad when your hedgehog gets older and you're just making sure that they're healthy. So I just think that's probably my least favorite thing about hedgehogs. Do I need a heater? So I live in Arizona. This is also another thing. It depends on how warm your house is. They have the ability to hibernate if your house drops lower than 72 degrees. So if your house is lower than 72 degrees at night, you're going to need a heater. But if you live in Arizona during the summer, you probably won't have to put a heater on. But during the winter I do. So it just depends. You have to know your house, know the temperature. Anything less than 72 degrees, you're going to want to have a heater for. The last question is, can hedgehogs live in groups? So the answer is no. On very rare occasions they can, but pretty much I would say no. They're solitary animals, so they usually don't enjoy hanging out together too much, and there's way more cons than pros when housing them together. There are a few where like some are like surrogate moms and some just really grew up with, I don't know. There's a few like weird situations. I haven't done a lot of research on cohabiting hedgehogs just because they're solitary animals, so I haven't felt the need to. But if there are some very rare occasions where it's okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry that she's a grumpy hedgehog today. She is actually, it's the middle of the day and I never get her out in the middle of the day, so she's really grumpy. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Today's creature call out is to Courtney Michelle. Thank you so much, Courtney, for being so supportive and being part of our family. Also, if you aren't Courtney Michelle, thank you because I appreciate you too. I love you guys. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell to join our notification squad, and I will see you next video. Bye!